Hello and welcome along to a lovely evening here at the JJ Memorial Grounds in Howth as we have a top of the table clash in the conference division of the Women's Energy All-Ireland League as Suttonians welcome Galwegians. Should be a great evening, and joining me tonight is Ireland International, 49 caps to her name and a Grand Slam winner in a Six Nations plus plenty of more accolades. Larissa, Muldoon, a big welcome. How much are you looking forward to tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely buzzing. Top of the table clash. Think it's going to be very, very competitive and could go either way, to be honest.
Yeah, and we see some fans here. It's great. Nearly just the local fans just getting involved. Great for women's rugby, and this big conference match tonight, you know, they both go up against each other. Two big wins so far, so it should be a cracker.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose the last time they met was a rainy day down in Galway, so hopefully it's a nice dry evening here in Suttonians. So perfect conditions to play good rugby.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll put you on the spot here. Who do you think will get the job done tonight?
That's a tough one. I think the back three are interesting for Suttonians. I think if they can get the ball wide, I say their biggest threat, you know, the likes of Molly Fitzgerald and Sneva Scott. But I don't know, I feel it might go Galwegians' way. I love the centreship they have there with Dixon and Walsh. So yeah, Galway by 2.
Big call as Lauren Farrell McCabe gets us underway for Suttonians. And we'll quickly run through the teams. Front row of Katie Grant-Dugan, Aoife Brennan, Mary Healy. Engine room, Grania Timon, Aisling Lade. Back row of Louise Catino, Alfred O'Brien, Ciara Farrell. Halfbacks, Emily McKeown, Lauren Farrell McCabe, Jules Ainger, Catherine Martin, Carrie O'Keefe at outside centre, Molly Fitzgerald in the wing, and Sneva Scott at full back. For Galwegians, it's Ellen Connolly, Noelle Dubois, Jess Loftus in the front three, Cecilia Killay, Fiona Scally in the second row, Grace Brown Moran in the back row with Lisa Marie Murphy, Derb LeCante. Then the halfbacks, we have Emma Keane and Nicole Fowley, Ursula Salmon on the left wing, Orla Dixon and Megan Walsh in the centres, Saskia Morrissey and Mairéad Coyne at full back. Should be a good one as we have a line out here. Straight away for Galwegians, Nolene Dubois with her first throw. It's going to be a big battle set piece, isn't it?
Yeah, interesting 5-man line out. So and also to see Nicole Fowley here at 9 kind of bossing it up. Usually she'd be playing in the 10 shirt, but it's nice to see Emma Keane's kind of keeping her out at that spot at the minute. So yeah, loads of experience in that half-back partnership for Galwegians.
Yeah, it should be an interesting night for Fowley. Normally a 10 as well.
Normally a 10, yeah. I really like Fiona Scally at number 5 here. I think she's obviously played basketball for Ireland. She's just an all-rounder, baller, hard carrier, so she'll be one to watch for tonight.
Yeah, is there anything she actually can't do? Looking through her CV this week, I was just like, geez, I wish I had half these talents.
I know. I only have Gaelic and rugby to my name, but yeah, it's fantastic to see the versatility and the girls that it's the skills are transferable coming from any sport really into rugby, so it's great to see them come through.
And here, first scrum of the match, Emily McKeown, of course, a utility back, but in at 9, going to do a good job, I imagine.
Definitely. I would have worked with Emily at Leinster, so it's nice to see her kick on and get her Leinster debut there over the summer as well.
Just a knock on there. Ciara Farrell just couldn't quite get it up from the base. So good pressure from
a lot of pressure.
Galwegians there, yep.
And it's interesting to see that obviously she wears the 8 shirt for Suttonians, Ciara Farrell, but would usually be in the Connacht green. So a lot of, I would say, aggression there from a Galwegians to get in her head maybe.
There's plenty too many to count how many's in the Connacht green, you know, that's why it's so good tonight. Yeah. Teammates against each other and everything, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's what you want to see, a bit of competition.
It's Nicole Fowley. Gets it away to the base. She has Emma Keane outside her. She uses her. Out the back.
Megan Walsh.
First real chance. Good defensive system from Suttonians. First carry there. Liam Connolly. Here's her other prop. Still going up the middle. Good forward ball, isn't it there, Larissa?
Yeah, like, you know, Galwegians have gone side to side there, but Suttonians really need to get off the line.
There was a knock on there, but we will go back for the penalty. So we'll see what Galwegians do here first up. I presume they will look to the corner, or will they go for a tap and go?
Say they nearly back their set piece, or it looks like it's going to go for a quick tap with Nicole Fowley. They're backing their ball carriers tonight, tell you that much.
They are indeed. First couple of minutes, straight route one, doesn't it?
Strong pack, in fairness. Strong pack.
Here they go. They try and move it out of the point of contact straight away. Ball spills, but it's still there. Deborah Kante. Good carry, but well tackled. Ball still there for Fowley.
Yeah.
And they go on the base. Tap and go. Lisa Marie Murphy. Great carry, isn't it there?
Oh, fantastic.
Really difficult to put down.
Yeah, she's a key leader in this pack as well. And I was told that she just won't come off the pitch. She loves it that much.
Lovely hands from Galwegians. The dummy and go. Mairéad Coyne there. So much experience. Suttonians just trying their best to hang in here.
They're just getting a bit bunched, aren't they, at the ruck there?
Fiona Scally trying her best to get through the tacklers. Quick turnover there. That's great defensive set, isn't it, from the home side?
Oh, brilliant. Great to get that turnover. Quick transition now.
Ball there. Mary, what a carry that is. From Mary Healy.
So unlucky at that offload.
Yes, it was
on. Yeah. It was definitely on.
She came off the bench last week and got 3 tries.
Oh,
she's unbelievable, isn't she, when she gets a bit of space?
Yeah, she's been really on form, and nice to see dual status player, obviously playing with her home club in Naas, and obviously in the extended Irish squad. Was unfortunately not capped in November, but definitely has serious potential coming into this Women's Six Nations squad.
Yeah, hopefully our time will come sooner rather than later. Of course, with that Six Nations women having their own, section of the tournament after the men's, it's brilliant for the women's game, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think having that window of opportunity where we can have, role models at the forefront, and I believe TikTok have come on as one of their main sponsors.
They have indeed. Must update my account a few times.
I'm telling you. Everybody be on the TikTok buzz.
As they come to this left-hand side. And behind. Still there. And Coyne. Switch back inside. Ursula Salmon. All Galwegians at the moment. Can't they? She really is their ball carrier, isn't she?
She really is. It takes about 2 or 3 to get her down.
Plenty of numbers out here. Great tackle. Alison laid there straight off the line. Big tackle.
Big strong carry again from Galwegians. They're making gain line.
Their ball retention's very good, isn't it? Orla Dixon there. She really is a leader in this back line.
I'm really excited to see her kick on. Footwork.
Nice hands. To Salmon. Still going. A couple of metres short now. Have the advantage straight through the middle. And there's the first score. Big try from the visitors, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. And I believe it's Lisa Marie.
Is indeed.
Yeah.
She just came out of nowhere. Hit the line. First 5-pointer. And they'll be delighted with that start.
Absolutely. They just kept multi-phases. Was cool and collective in that green zone inside the Suttonians 22 and came away now hopefully with 7-pointers.
Yeah, it was a great line from Lisa Marie Murphy there, wasn't it?
Yeah, she knew they had the advantage as well. Very clever. Yeah. And I believe, she's vice captain for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah. I think I even noticed there she ran at the referee, so fair play to her. If you can use all the advantage you can, why not?
Nothing's getting in her way.
Yeah. As Emma Keane lines her first shot up of the evening. Be a good first kick to get. Straight and true. Has it got the legs?
Oh,
Yes, it does. Yes.
What a
I
kick.
was careful there, but what a kick. Yeah, great start. 7-0.
Straight down the middle. Fairness, great to see her take that responsibility, you know, with normally Nicole taking the kick. So it's, yeah, great to get that experience, kicking under pressure.
Of course, these two sides have already met before Christmas, and it was Galwegians that ran out winners, 17 points to 12. So I suppose Suttonians will want a bit of revenge, but it's not the start they wanted.
No, I think they're just getting a bit bunched in defence at the minute. They're just swarming the rucks. They need to just loosen up a little bit and get off the line.
Farrell McCabe just launches that in to the Galwegians half. But there's the turnover. Very good work at the breakdown from Suttonians. Has laid. Nice pop back inside. They're prop forward. Katie Grant-Dugan. Still there in a plate for Emily McKeown. It's another good carry. Aisling Lade, she's been everywhere. They have plenty of numbers. Short line. Catherine Martin there. I think it was it?
I believe that was Carrie O'Keefe. Usually plays at hooker or back row.
The outside centre. Yeah, big responsibility for her. Took her last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just shows her skill set, I suppose, that, you know, and the trust in Stephen as their coach, that she can play anywhere, you know.
Definitely. First real attack for Suttonians. Nice pass from the base. Is that Mary Healy again?
It is indeed.
On the short line.
She's so explosive, isn't she?
She is indeed. There's a dangerous pass. That's Neva Scott. Good pick up. Back inside. Good retention.
Ciara Farrell.
Yeah. Trying to do what her opposite back row did a minute ago.
Here we go.
Plenty of numbers. Mary Healy. Nice offload. Just looks to have gone forward there. They're big chances though, aren't they?
Yeah, I can see Mary's trying to keep the ball alive, and I like the style she's playing. It's just so unfortunate.
Sneva Scott has it back, and away she goes. She dances. She's still going. Great work from the fullback.
Strong ball carrier.
Mary's everywhere, isn't she?
Space is wide.
3-on-1. Will the ball go? Still there.
Great scramble defence, in fairness, by
indeed,
Galwegians.
yeah, Galwegians have done well. Emily McKeown around the fringes there. Cutting back inside. Ball from the base. Afric O'Brien offering herself up. Big collisions in the midfield. Well away from Suttonians. They have plenty of numbers this far right hand side.
Great pickup.
Yeah. But there's the turnover. Big defensive set, and they got the rewards, didn't they, Galwegians?
Yeah, they're really unfortunate there. That's about their third time entering the Galwegians 22, and they just haven't come out with anything, unfortunately.
But they did play some good rugby there. Suttonians kept the ball, plenty of phases there. Bright sparks for their coach.
Definitely. You can see what they're trying to do, the punch up the middle and the spaces on wide. I just think they're taking a little bit too much out of it at times. That 3-on-1 there, just catch pass, gotta go.
Yeah, I was going to say that they're definitely drawing in the defenders from Galwegians there, and we've noticed there was 3-on-1, even a 4-on-2, and a bit better execution. They could have their first score of the night.
Absolutely. You want to get it in the hands of Molly Fitzgerald, the likes of Jules Ainger and Suneva Scott. You saw Suneva on the ball there. Fantastic leg drive.
Yeah. I thought she was going to go all the way.
I think she's only 19 as well. Trinity, student.
Speaking of Trinity, you're the coach there. How's that all going for you?
I'm indeed. Do you know what? I'm actually really enjoying it. Obviously picked up a bit of a knock there back in August, but nice to actually use your tool set in a different way, I suppose. But great bunch of girls, and we were top of the table, but we're sitting at 2 now at the minute, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, and hopefully when you're back from injury, we'll see you back out for Railway as well.
Yeah, home club Railway, so yeah, absolutely buzzing now to get back. So fingers crossed.
Suppose being at my first commentary, I'll have to start supporting Railway, will I?
I'll get you a hat, don't worry.
Good touch finder there. As Galwegians just get up to the Suttonians half. Great to see Nolene Dubois here at hooker for Galwegians. Played her rugby in the Grenoble club in France, and she's come over. Apparently she's really enjoying the lifestyle here. Not sure about the weather, but it's good to see her playing her trade in Irish rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's only 20 as well. So I was just looking at the age profile. I think they're all under 23, that front row for Galwegians. So it's fantastic to see.
There's the line out. Doesn't quite go their way.
Grania Tummin with the ball.
Yeah. Second row so far. Been pretty impressive for Suttonians. Here's Mary Healy. Straight through. Away she goes. Is anyone going to stop her?
Where's the support?
Big tackle there. Coming in on the prop. That's all Suttonians at the moment. Just need to be patient. Emily McKeown whips it away into the centres. But once more, when it comes to that red zone, the knock-on just comes. Wee bit more patience.
Just more patience. I just even think another punch up, one or two more punches with the forwards. The likes of Mary Healy and Ciara Farrell there. Like, you've strong ball carriers, use one or two phases and then go wide.
I think we've only played 10 minutes, and I must have said Mary Healy's name 5 or 6 times.
Oh, what a break.
Yeah.
You know, there was a huge gap there in the Galwegians' defence. They kind of bananaed up and she took the gap, in fairness. Great tackle by Mairéad Coyne at fullback there to make that cover tackle.
Yeah, Mairéad's had some career, hasn't she?
Oh, another all-rounder. I'm nearly embarrassed sitting up here.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant to see the way they can adopt how skillful they actually are to adopt their hands at different sports.
Yeah, she's come through. I think she's still involved with Galway football, AFL, Connacht honours, Irish honours. I believe she has 11 caps. I was actually very fortunate to play alongside her, so she's a fantastic person as well, and captain of the Galwegians team for a reason.
Yeah, definitely her Ireland debut back in 2015. What was she like to play alongside?
Oh, she's such a strong carrier, like so dependable under that high ball as well at fullback and just bossing it up from the back three. Yeah, very, very reliable.
Well, we'll see how she gets on this afternoon. She started pretty well, that big tackle.
Great tackle and great footwork as well. Her evasion skills are on point.
Scrum there from Suttonians, pretty strong there. Farley had to dig deep. And there's the kick from Mairéad. Down the middle of the pitch, great vision, plenty of space. Kick return with interest. Jules Ainger there. Galwegians have found themselves out of trouble there pretty quickly. Farley, will she go right or left? She moves it to the open side. Big hits again.
They're actually getting off the line now, aren't they, Suttonians? And when they do, they're winning the collisions.
Liam Connolly there. Strong. Not the greatest pass there from Farley to Keane. Yeah. Fly half couldn't really do too much with that, could she?
No, and I think Nicole herself knew the minute the ball left her hands, she was hard on herself. Yeah, look, it happens to the best of us.
I heard a few things there, but I'll just ignore that, will I?
We'll ignore it.
Yeah, happens to us all.
Yeah. Interesting to see Emily McKeown at 9.
Yeah. You've got plenty of stories on her. She's a good friend, isn't she?
Great friend. Play anywhere in the back three, and obviously she's in at 9 due to unfortunate injury in the Suttonian squad.
Yeah, I watched her last week there. She come off the bench, adds a lot of pace.
Oh, serious pace.
Yeah. Good pick and go from Farrell. Had Morrison outside her, didn't quite go the way she wanted. Good tackle there, cover from Emma Keane, wasn't it?
Fantastic. I just think Suttonians just need to hold on to the ball. I can see they're trying to keep the ball alive there, but down that 5 metre channel and you're offloading to your winger, you're only going one way.
Yeah, the touchline straight in there, wasn't it?
But she's a fantastic ball carrier, Ciara.
Yeah, she's brought in. She didn't start last week, so it's a big chance again.
She's been involved with Connacht for quite some time.
Yeah, back in August there in the Interpros. Farley once more. Better scrum this time.
Much better hold.
Yeah, they go. Plenty of runners for Keane. Who's out the back. Salmon. What a line that is from Mairéad Coyne.
Fantastic offload as well.
Great leg drive through the tackle from Galwegians every time, isn't it?
Just their lines of support has been on point.
And there's the penalty comes for them. The tap and go. Lisa Marie Murphy, she's mad keen to keep the pace of play up, isn't she?
She is. I believe she's one of the fittest on the team. I was speaking to their manager there during the week, and obviously she won't come off the field, but she's had a lot of experience playing out in Dubai, and she actually played with myself in Railway, and she's a fantastic athlete.
Yeah, started out at Tralee, vice captain tonight, so leading from the front.
Yeah, would love to actually see her kick on, maybe wear the green shirt.
Hopefully for her sake, yeah.
Potential, yeah.
Again, don't fancy the kick to the corner. Great to see ball kept alive. As Farley use her big forwards. Scally once more.
She's taken 2 or 3 people out of the game, isn't she?
She is indeed. Just generates quick ball. But there's the penalty. Great work at the breakdown, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant.
Big moment for a turnover there.
Catherine Martin, I believe. Another Connacht head.
She's so good in the front foot, but then when you see her making turnovers like that.
Oh yeah. That's what you want your centres doing.
She's the club's top try scorer this season.
Catherine Martin. Great kick.
Another one though that's been at Connacht for a number of seasons, hasn't she? Catherine Martin.
Yeah. And I believe she's in the extended Irish squad now, training in the hub. So,
it's a big month for these girls, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's great to see that Greg McWilliams, he's invested in the AIL and watching the games, and he's going on girls that are playing and are on form.
Which is great to see.
Yeah, they need games. It's the only way.
And it means there's no reputation there. It's how you play week in, week out. And then if you're on form, he'll pick you.
Mm-hmm. And there's an incentive then for girls to actually go out and play and give it. Not that they wouldn't, but just makes it a bit more nervy, doesn't it? They'll love it.
Into the night sky there from Lauren Farrell McCabe, captaining tonight. I believe her sister is flying high in the sevens this morning, scoring tries and everything. Yeah,
she's doing it all. They're out in Seville at the minute. They played in Malaga, and it's great 2 weeks, isn't it? Great 2 week holiday. Malaga, Seville, who wouldn't want it?
Wouldn't be as good as sitting in Hoth here, or close to Hoth. 20 degrees, hey?
20 up there. I thought we were on 30. Got the sun factor on.
Great line out off the top, and as soon as I say that, just a knock on there from Emily McKeown. Turnover ball, good spread quickly. Just the knock on there from Megan Walsh. It's her first real chance. Unlucky for her, but we'll go back for the initial knock on from Suttonians. Yeah, it's unlike her. Megan Walsh has been doing exceptionally well and is one of the players really to watch out for. Connacht senior. Doing Connemara RFC proud where she started. Oh, I'm telling you. It's great to see, they're coming through the club system, and especially a few of the girls on the squads that have come through the underage pathways, playing at underage the whole way up. So, we're going in the right way, hopefully. Definitely, and speaking of going in the right way, that's a Suttonian scrum. Straight through the heart of Galwegians there, isn't it?
Ah, it's fantastic. You can see the buzz and the body language as well of Suttonians. Mary Healy leading it up there.
Another chance for Farrell McCabe to get deep down into that Galwegians 22. Pretty good kick from her.
Yeah, normally Lauren would be playing in the 9 shirt or 15, so it's great to see, you know, she has another string to her bow, leading it up there in the 10 shirt.
Yeah, if they stop making these late changes, it might make our job a bit easier.
Just a few changes.
Well, my eyesight there knows where we're going, but anyway. So, big chance here. Get the line out right. And they do just about this time. McKeown does well. She snipes round the edge. Still going very strong from Lindsay McKeown. There's the gap. And Mary Healy, far too good. Just caught short. Got to be patient. They spread it wide. And there's the line. And there's the score. And they're back at it. Great rugby in general. Off the line out. McKeown with the snipe. Healy the next up. And then the try.
Oh,
big score.
And who is it? Only Catherine Martin under the post. What a line.
Pretty sure it was identical to last week as well, where she went straight under the post.
Straight up the middle. In fairness, Mary Healy, you know, about 3 or 4 Galwegians hanging off her. Nice to see Mary back up on her feet there. She took a little bit of a knock.
I'd say she'd be very difficult to come off the pitch, especially the way she's going.
Do you know what? She used to play in the back line.
Great kick.
Catherine
well
Martin.
done. Yeah, Catherine Martin, good strike.
Converted her own try.
Does what she wants. So Mary used to play in the back line, did she?
She did, yeah, at 12. And then obviously converted into the pack. But you can see that. She loves, she can pick out the gaps and just goes for it. And her handling, her soft skills is exceptional.
So a level game. Just looking for a ball now. Be a good start with it.
Would be struggling. Oh, yeah, 7 apiece. It's going to be a close game. Just absolutely nothing in it.
And McKean thumps it down the pitch. That's a good take. All legs and Carrie there. McKeown uses Healy, well moved. There's a try scorer in Martin. Mary Healy once more. She's playing 10 tonight. Haven't seen too much of Molly Fitzgerald.
Yeah, she's definitely a player to watch out for.
Ball on the plate there. Well taken. Good par. Grania Timon, yep. Farrell McCabe just orchestrating things. As forwards, outsider. This time she uses her backs back inside.
Fantastic back inside line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great leg drive as well.
Ball retention, that is lovely. Still there, and there's the snipe. Lindsay McKeown. Emily McKeown for the 3rd time, I apologise. Back up on her feet and gets it away.
Lovely tip on by Louise.
They're always trying to get it away straight away, aren't they? Like the next point of contact. As soon as they say that, knock on. Got to be careful. There's the turnover. Back inside, lovely play from Galwegians. Some big physicality out there.
The collisions are, you can hear the noise from up here.
Once more, Elaine Connolly.
Right, just speed of the ruck.
Coyne steps into 10. There's the offload to Salmon. Still going. There's the Salmon.
Fantastic leg drive there by Ursula.
Have the advantage. What will they do? They'll go the short side. Is that Mairéad?
It is,
Good
unfortunately.
scrap defence, isn't it, there? But have the advantage.
Oh.
Lisa Marie Murphy always has the ball, hasn't she?
She's the first person looking for it.
Tap and go once more. Has the turnover been made? Jeez, that's remarkable.
Oh,
That is a
fantastic.
great turnover. Just need to be careful though and clear their lines. Suttonians. Farrell McCabe under a bit of pressure. And thumps it. But Mairéad Coyne
Mairéad in the
watches
backfield.
that well. There's the knock on. Saskia Morrissey. Just unlucky that time, the winger. We'll come back. Suttonians survived there, don't they?
Yeah, they did. That was I think that was Mary there that had that turnover right on their own try line. Absolutely fantastic.
Put it this way, if she didn't make that, they probably would have conceded.
Yeah. Just they were so unfortunate there. Obviously, Lauren didn't find touch. You know, Mairéad was trying to shift the point of contact. The space was on the edge. They were just unfortunate with Saskia with the knock on.
In general, how close are these two teams to pushing into this top four, do you think?
I think they're in and around there. To be honest, like you're looking at Blackrock Railway and UL top three. I'd say between the likes of Suttonians, Galwegians, Ballincollig, Belleville, be in and around there. So yeah, do you go to kind of 6? I could see it going that way, you know.
Okay, great.
6.
There's McKeown once again. Anyone going to stop her? Away she goes. There's the offload to Farrell McCabe. She has the length of the pitch in front of her. Is she going to get there? Plenty of cover. I think she is. Just caught short. What a break that was from the halfbacks. There's the short line. Has the ball just slipped and out there? No, it hasn't. It's still there. Great offload. But the crossing comes in. It's so unfortunate.
Oh, just patience inside that 22.
But Emily McKeown, away she went like a whippet there. Had her halfback outside her.
Yeah, she's fearless. She is fearless. And as I said, with ball in hand, like she is a terrier. Great to see that some support line by Lauren Farrell McCabe. Just so unfortunate. I think that was our Orla Dixon that came over to make that cover tackle. Fantastic. She was away other than that.
Well, I had her down for a try. And then it looked to be Dixon, as you say. Big cover tackle.
Huge. Some speed as well.
Yeah, that Martin against Dixon battle, it's been good, but it's going to get better, I'd imagine.
I believe Orla Dixon usually plays on the wing for Connacht, top try scorer here for Galwegians at the minute.
So they're all fighting for that 12, 13, 14 jersey at Connacht, really, yeah?
The likes of Catherine Martin, Orla Dixon, Megan Walsh. Yeah, it's exciting.
As Dubois goes to the front. Works well that time. As Kante is outside or out half. Just gets it to ground. Slow ball though for Galwegians. They get it back. Once more.
Fiona Scally there again on the ball.
Big tackle. But still there. As soon as I say that, there's the turnover. And McKeown, she's gone herself. And she's dancing and darting and she's scoring.
Wow.
That is great work from the scrum half. She's been everywhere in the first 20 or so minutes and she's got the reward. And Suttonians go in front.
Absolutely. As I said, ball in hand, she is dangerous and she is lightning. She made her debut there for Leinster during the summer, and you know I'm really excited to see her kick on now within Leinster, and if not another green shirt potentially.
Yeah, and she's just adapted into scrum half, and even the quick thinking there.
Oh.
The way she went, there was no stopping.
Galwegians were just a bit caught off guard there now.
So from starting poorly, Suttonians that have responded, 2 good tries in front of their home fans. They're back in front and loving life.
I just love that quick thinking. Keep the ball alive. Just the vision as well and the spatial awareness to just go herself.
So can Catherine Martin make it 2 from 2? Quite wide out. No, she can't.
Nice to see the smiles and the laughter, isn't it?
Lucky.
Actually back playing rugby again. God, you'd miss it, wouldn't you?
No, definitely, and you can see they're just delighted to be out there, aren't they? Like,
good competitive fixture now, in fairness.
and there seems to be building up a bit of a rivalry between these two. They all seem to very close matches, or else right beside each other on the table.
Yeah. And obviously you have that Suttonians connection with a lot of the girls here in Suttonians playing for Connacht, so they'd be very familiar with each other. Mary
As
Healy
Healy just jumps through tackles. She's not powering through, she's jumping through. Try scoring McKeown. That's Farrell McCabe. The halfback combination seems to have worked so far, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. As you said, they're just shifting that point of contact. They're looking for 2 passes away from the base.
There's
Mary.
Healy. Has numbers outside her. That is brilliant. Still going. All the way. Is she going to make it? Yes, she is.
Carrie O'Keefe.
Carrie O'Keefe. Normally a hooker, and she's in scoring tries.
Wow. That's speed. If you can have hookers like that, I'm telling you, like back row as well, so versatile.
Then
But what an offload by Mary Healy down the left wing.
you could play Mary Healy at any position.
I'd say she'd be back in the back line, at this rate.
I think she's played 10 for the first 15 minutes. But brilliant. And Carrie O'Keefe on her shoulder. Backed herself, had the gas.
Yeah.
And in for their 3rd score of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Catherine Martin to take the kick once again.
Yep. A lot easier than a couple of minutes ago. See if she can make it 2 from 3.
Galwegians just need to sort out their defence there. They're just falling off a bit of tackles and their work rate around on their fold. But once they get off the line, the collisions are, they're pretty dominant. So
Martin lines this one up. She's back on track. Never left the middle of the sticks. 3 tries to 1. 19-7 in front.
not a bad result. Not a bad result considering where they started at the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I actually thought it was going to be a long night for them early on.
As I said, I think if Galwegians just sort out their defence and get around the corner and get set off the line, they might win that ball back. Looking for the ball once again. There must be only one ball here in Suttonians tonight.
I'll let you crack the jokes of that. You mightn't invite me back if I start into that.
I'll not be back either.
So, back with Suttonians. They have their tails up. They go the short side. Good competition. And there's the turnover. Just when they needed it. Galwegians. Scally gets that away. Have numbers Dubois. But just gone out in front. And the counter attack. It was a kick through from Molly Fitzgerald, but in the end, nothing coming. Won't come back for the scrum. But they were just forcing it there.
Yeah.
It was Nolene Dubois, wasn't she?
Yeah, you could see like she was just trying to get the ball to the edge. The space was on the edge. It's just unfortunate.
So this match night 3 of the conference, 2 to go for both teams. Both still fighting for that top spot, 1 and 2 to play in that final.
Yeah, it's actually interesting when you look. They have 2 left. Suttonians have Ballincollig away and Wicklow away, which is always that little bit harder, isn't it? Where, Galwegians have Malone and Ballincollig both at home. They might have a bit more of an advantage, but Suttonians are looking on form now at the minute.
Yeah, I was really impressed with them against Malone last week, and then tonight, after the first 5 or 10 minutes of that storm, they've come back and showed what they're made of as we are about to get hit.
On, what a shot. Take us both out of it.
She must have been happy with my commentating. Maybe it was yours, but no,
it
yours
was
has
me.
been great, was it?
Look,
Yours
I
has been
think
great.
I was the target there. It's grand.
Cameraman's okay too. There could have been a few insurance claims there, couldn't there? We're still live, and we start with a line out from Nolene Dubois. Just getting a word from her prop. There's the line out. Well taken. The offload comes. And we see
we have Faith.
Introduction, yeah. Ove,
yeah, number 20, wearing the number 20 shirt for Galwegians.
an exciting talent.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Second row. Exciting. I think she's on a scholarship with NUIG.
She is indeed. Here we go, McKeown. She's everywhere, covering the backfield. Scrum half there. Molly Fitzgerald will have to fill in the pink boots. Does a good job.
No bother to Molly. She would have been involved in the sevens, so she's well able to pass at the base there.
It's McKeown, she's back in business. And Healy, once more, straight through. Just picks out defenders and goes straight at them, doesn't she?
She really does. She just finds the gap and so explosive.
That is brilliant work from Suttonians. But good defence from Galwegians. Was that Catherine Martin there in the heart of it?
It is indeed.
Bit of a wrap around there, nice play. Coach's messages are obviously working. There we go. Referee says that's the first half done. 3 tries to 1 to Suttonians, 19 points to 7. Second half will be coming up next. Suttonians start the second half on the front foot. Ball still there for Foley, and Farrell McCabe goes herself. Straight through the middle.
Great carry there by Louise, in fairness.
McKeown picks and snipes. Always keeping the defence on her toes, isn't she?
Yeah. She's dangerous in around those fringes, isn't she?
Once again, just keeping it tight. Can't say it again. She's been electric.
Did you get her name there right?
Emily, you told me it's Emily.
Yeah.
We'll go with Emily. They have the advantage. Farrell McCabe. Not quite the passing they wanted, but they will come back. The penalty straight in front. Be interesting now, 19-7 in front, what they'll do.
Yeah, I'd say they're just going to keep it in their pack. Tap and go, looks like it. Very similar to the Galwegians in the first half now, in fairness.
Well, that must be a coach's thing, which is great too. Keep the ball alive.
Yeah,
And maybe not kick for the corner or kick for the post.
They haven't had many line-outs now, Suttonians, in fairness.
No, you're right, actually. Galwegians have had a lot more lineouts. Who's that now? Julie O'Connor, I think, has just come on the pitch. Back inside. McKeown just marshalling things. Farrell McCabe. Martin on the wraparound. There's O'Keefe. Jules injured. Haven't seen too much of her. She'll want a big second half. McKeown. Once more. Need a scrum half.
Oh.
It's not happening for them. Turnover. Big steal. Had a good time.
Yeah, big moments and big matches, aren't they?
It was indeed, especially because Suttonians definitely had numbers on the wide side of the pitch. As we see, McKeown.
Yeah, she's had a good game.
She has had a good game.
She's a baller, isn't she?
Yeah, she has. Controlling fly half, isn't she? You know, she kicks the corners, but also likes to play when the moves are on.
Yeah, to have the likes of herself and Nicole Fowley in the squad, you know, two 10s can play anywhere, I suppose, in the back line, really.
Yeah, which is good. It means they've got options left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So Dubois lineup's been pretty good so far. As soon as I say that, it's not straight. Typical commentator's curse.
You put her off there. You put her off.
17. A couple of changes there for both sides. Hannah Coyne there. 4 Galwegians. I think Kitty Reel is also onto the pitch.
Wearing the number 19 shirt.
I was sure I saw 17, but I wouldn't trust my eyes, as I've said.
Oh,
But we
that
shall
team
see.
sheet changed so many times.
McKeown. This time it's a good scrum from Galwegians.
Mary
Right.
Healy gone to 8. Interesting.
What did I say before half-time? She can play where she wants, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Coaches must took your advice from way up here.
Faith there in the second row. Ovaki has really put in a big performance there in that scrum. Must be something the coaches looked at half-time.
Yeah, she 18 years of age. She has a big future ahead of her.
Does indeed. It's Mary Healy. Tops and goes. Has McKeown outside her. 8-9 combination.
Nice duo as well.
Yeah, there you go. Is that ball turned over? It is indeed. Another big turnover. Dixon. Will she go on the outside? That is a great fend. Still going, great strength. Has her centre partnership in Walsh outside. Oh, that's lovely rugby. The step.
Wow, what a step.
Still going into the Suttonians 22. Great hands. Foley did so well there, didn't she?
She really did. But what a run by Dixon and Walsh.
Yeah.
That's that centreship I was so excited to see. I'd love to see them getting the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, she just really backed herself there on the outside, didn't she, Dixon, the way she went?
Her footwork is exceptional. Wearing the orange boots as well, you can't really miss her on the field.
She likes playing against Suttonians as well. Always seems to score tries. Got a try as well against Cook. 7 tries to her name in this competition.
Some achievement. Top try scorer.
She's got about 30 minutes or so to add to that. McKeown feeds it. Farrell McCabe.
So unlucky.
Unlucky. Just gone forward there. Or else she was probably through the middle of the pitch, actually.
Yeah. So unlucky. Just in an area that you don't want to be, you know, just that high risk. You don't want to be playing too much ball in your own 22.
Yeah, I'm surprised, actually. Farrell McCabe didn't just launch that.
Yeah, or just send Keith straight up. You didn't need that extra pass. You know, and then just put it in behind. You know, Galwegians are only playing with one sweeper. They're only playing with one sweeper in behind Mairéad. So there is space in the backfield. You know.
Yeah, the wingers don't seem to be dropping with her, sure they don't?
No. You know, in the modern game now, normally it's your 10-15 or your 9 and 15. Depends what game plan you're playing, but yeah.
So Foley, this time uses her backs. Here we go. Keane, cut out pass to Dixon. One more.
What a ball.
Still there. Salmon still going. Well covered from Suttonians. Ball swings back across the pitch. The dummy. Is that Keane once more attacking threat, is it?
It is indeed, aye.
Still there. They go down the blind side. Nice hands, but what a tackle. The cover defence.
They're going backwards, aren't they?
Like a stampede there, that defence. All green jerseys. And there's the knock on, the force, and that is a big, big win.
Big defensive set there.
From Suttonians.
Yeah.
It's all numbers. If someone makes a tackle, the next one's up on their feet making another one, or else they're in 2s and 3s, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not really targeting the ruck there at the minute, so they're just bouncing, getting on their feet. And once they get off that line, they're hard to get through. They're dominating the collisions.
I suppose because there's 3 teams that are fighting for 2, the coaches can't really take off players and rest, or else it could cost them, a defeat tonight could cost them a place in that final of the conference.
I know, top 2. It really is. But I think, between Galwegians, Suttonians and Ballincollig, that they're the top 3 there. They're going to be.
Am I right in saying Ballincollig have come up pretty strong? They're up and coming club. They've done pretty well.
They
and
have.
More so like going up the ranks.
They have, yeah, and the likes of Fiona Hayes there, ex-Irish international. I believe she's done wonderful work with the girls. So it's just fantastic to see, more players, more opportunities for these players to play rugby. I think what the conference offers is, more game time.
And you can hear the cheers. Big scrum penalty, one from Galwegians. They still fancy they're in this game. They do. They're only 2 tries back.
Yeah.
1 now, and it really is a change, and you just never know.
No, and anytime Galwegians have entered, that green zone, the Suttonians 22, they have come away with some points. So they just need patience, don't they?
They do indeed. They had a good bit of that against Cook, but it's a different opposition tonight, as we can see. Seem to be lining out here as if it'll be another tap and go.
Yeah, I have no doubt they'll be looking for the likes of Fiona, Grace Brown-Moore or Lisa Marie. Big ball carriers.
Lisa Marie, she'll be looking for a second.
I'm surprised she's not on the ball taking a quick tap herself. Yeah, it looks like 2-pod system there.
We're back underway. And they do. But there's the inside line. Trucking it up the middle. A bit isolated here. Ursula Salmon just needs to be careful.
Yeah, she did well to keep the ball. She was a bit isolated by herself out on the edge, wasn't she?
And it's just forwards. I think that's Derbla Kante. She really is their strike runner, isn't she?
Yeah. Well experienced ball carrier.
Looks like the referee just wants to slow the play up. It will be a penalty. 2 Galwegians. So they're still there. Still trying to break down the Suttonians' defensive set. And there they go. There's the pop pass. Doesn't go to hand though. And again, costly errors. Just losing ground. Still have the ball though. And have the carrier. Once more, nice offload. Have numbers. Can they get in the corner? Looks to be.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
Mairéad Coyne.
Mairéad Coyne, their fullback. All the experience. Trying to get closer to the post. I like that as well.
Yeah.
But that's well. They sucked in the defenders, moved it wide, and the fullback finished in style.
And what an offload. The sense of just, it's no more slowing the ball down, taking it to ground. They're just trying to keep it alive. It's exciting rugby.
Yeah, back to a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm. As I said, they back themselves once they get into that 22.
You mentioned it earlier, Scally, Brian Moran, Lisa Marie Murphy. They're now getting a bit of go forward. They're getting their hands free, and that's what it creates.
Yeah, I think it was Fiona Scally there with that offload. Obviously coming from a basketball background, she's well able.
She is indeed, yeah.
I think she was only playing for Ireland there up to 2019. Basketball for Ireland.
Crazy stuff. So, Keane, has that sneaked over? No, it hasn't. Just wide of the post.
She was very unlucky there. I think she just came across it a bit much.
The Gospel wind just took it away, didn't it?
Yeah. She's having a good game other than that.
More replacements. So the coaches are using their benches. All 21 or 22. We don't know because there's been so many late calls.
I see number 17 there, Hannah Coyne for Galwegians. 18 years of age.
Yeah, big night for her.
Yeah. Dual Sligo player. The West is truly alive, isn't it?
It is indeed. It's Faith away. Well, that is strong. The leg drive. She's still going. Is the replacement second row. As the ball swiftly moved away. Picked up. Is that Mairéad again? Off her bootlaces.
Yeah, she's just trying to get so much ball, isn't she?
Her tail's up as well after that score.
Fiona Scally again.
Yeah. She's hard to put down, isn't she? Lisa Mary Murphy. Straight through the middle.
Lisa, she's on fire tonight.
Scally once more.
What a pass.
What a take. They have numbers. Just had to check there. The momentum hasn't stopped. It's on a plate. Foyley. Good hands. Connolly there. And there once more. The back rows in tandem. Oh, look at this. This is Lovering rugby. And the last pass just behind Morrissey. If that had been a better pass from Dixon, it could have been a third score.
I just wonder, did she even need to give it? If she had just kind of taken the edge, squared up, I would have backed Dixon to go the whole way. And if she was going to just kind of a little softer pass instead of the over the head pass, you know.
Just shows how quickly it can change, though. They were 2-on-1, and now great work at the breakdown, and they're going to be back in their own half.
Yeah. Unfortunate now. They're picking the right decisions, just that last pass, that execution, you know.
Yeah. Could come, though.
Yeah, 1912.
Been really impressed by Fiona Scally, though.
Oh, I believe she's in the Irish extended squad as well, and just a player of interest, player to watch out for, definitely for the future.
And was involved with Connacht last summer.
Yeah.
And there she is, trying to disrupt the line out. And who else? There's the fend. Away she goes. Mary Healy.
I know, and who?
And they have numbers.
Dixon had to take her down.
She did indeed. 2-on-1. Good defensive work.
Great scramble.
Far side. And there's the error. Has that gone forward? Yes, it has. How they managed to get across there, credit to them.
Fantastic scramble defence by Galwegians.
Yeah, it looked to be hard to see from here, but maybe Salmon and Coyne there working together. Big tackles, forcing the knock on.
I suppose Galwegians just need to play clever now. I suppose just get out of this kind of zone that they're in, just outside their own 22, and play more in the Suttonians half.
There is a big bit of wind as well.
There is,
It's actually working in the Suttonians' favour. All the way down towards as far into the pitch. So when will we see back out in the pitch, Larissa?
No comment.
Okay, back to this game then.
Yeah. Back for sevens.
Fire. Keane. Great pickup. Dixon once more. Really is the focal point. They picked it up the bootlaces and they're coming round the corner. Can't they? She does well. Just needs to be careful to protect that ball, and she does just that. Coyne, oh my goodness. That was a big, big challenge.
Great step as well. Yeah, Lauren found McCabe. Unfortunately, he's down on the ground there.
Yeah, it doesn't look great there.
No.
It'll be a bit of a stoppage. So we'll restart the Galwegian scrum. Pretty good attacking position, actually. Sort of close to halfway. Could go either side. I think they'll probably stock up and run Orla Dixon up in the middle, but we shall see.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yep.
They're stacked here on the left-hand side. And McKeown.
Keane. Dixon, here she is. She backs herself. Big tackle.
She's fearless, isn't she?
Really is, yeah. Real focal point, brilliant. Nice hands. Lisa Mary Murphy getting involved. But is there hands in there? No. Great pickup. Just need to be careful. And there's a switch back inside. Well moved. Just getting inside this half, and there's a snipe down the blind side. And away we go.
Dixon again.
Dixon. Just spot her there in the boots. She's everywhere. Nice hands. Scally once more. Is that Walsh in the centre?
Megan, yeah.
Just need a scrum half, and what a counter that is. Is that Mary Healy? in the middle. Can't just getting to that breakdown. This time she's not the user, and that's her scrum half pass to Mary Murphy. Industrious as ever, but we're going to stop for another injury. Bit stop-start, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of lost a little bit of rhythm there. But it is cold night, so I suppose just bodies. The impact though tonight, the collisions have been massive.
They have actually from both sides, and you spotted earlier that they were both very quick off the line.
Yeah.
It's sort of almost as if like they need to hit the first or second offender, or as we saw, there was space wider in the channels, and the execution wasn't quite there from Suttonians in the first 10-15 minutes, and then they got the reward.
Yeah.
But is that, do you think, from a coach's point perspective, to hit that first tackler, straight up on the gain line as quick as you can, rush defence sort of?
Yeah, it's interesting to see, like Suttonians trying to play nearly 2 passes away at times, so like they're nearly jamming on that second attacker. But it's like it's taken 2 or 3 defenders at times there to get the likes of Mary Healy's or the likes of Lisa Marie Murphy down. So it's tough. Predominantly you just want to tackler assist. Everybody else fan out, get on their feet, but unfortunately it's taken maybe 3 or 4 to get certain individuals to grind.
What do you think Greg McWilliams will be looking for the most? I know it's different for backs and forwards, but for each team. Or start out players, for the likes of what we see there, Orla Dixon, Catherine Martin carrying everything. But is there anything in particular that you think he might be looking from a specific player?
Yeah, I think he's just looking for really like athletic all-rounders, forwards that are ballers as well and just can play at that kind of intensity for up to that kind of 60 to 70 minute mark, if not 80, but like strong, athletic, and you can see that the forwards, the versatility, the likes of Fiona Scally. And
here, Morrissey just gone forward, but the overlap is there again, and that was simple hands, all the way through the back line there. Keane, Dixon, Walsh came to Saskia Morrissey, and maybe it was the pass was just out in front, but their coaches must be so frustrated there.
Yeah, they were a little bit lateral there, just running sideways, but it definitely is on. And if Saskia can get her hands on the ball there, she'd be away.
And she does have the number 9 jersey on, but she is on that wing. Yeah. We can assure you that.
Actually, funny fact about Saskia, I believe she's played every position in the back line bar 15.
And no doubt she'll be at 15 soon, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's the pick and go. Again, can she get the ground? Yes, she does indeed. McKeown just gets it away. McCabe, nice hands. Good competing from Faith over at the breakdown. And I think the ball may have been turned over there, but they're going back for the penalty. It must have been illegal.
She was unfortunate there. I think it's Fiona Scally once again. Say, going back to your question about Greg, one thing he's definitely looking for is to keep that ball alive, and we've definitely seen that tonight. The offloading game, the support lines, the speed of getting that ball away from the ruck. So yeah, I say he'll be fairly happy.
And if there's one person that's led doing that, it is Mary Healy.
Oh, she's got all the tools, hasn't she? She was really unfortunate in November there not to get capped when she was obviously on the bench. So she'll be gunning for it.
Just not the throw Aoife Brennan was looking for there.
No.
There's the turnover of a first out runner, as we've seen most of the second half. Keane, Dixon, they're on the back foot here. Just need to be careful. But their fullback and Coyne is away. Will she kick it through? Yes, she will. It's a bit of a foot race here. McKeown just needs to be careful. She does well, straight up, back on her feet.
Really well there. Great idea and great game sense to kick that ball in behind. Fullback had come up, space in behind.
Those are tricky situations for a scrum half there, like McKeown covering.
Yeah.
You feel like everyone's running against you, don't you?
Yeah.
You'd know that perfectly, like covering the backfield.
Yeah, and she's not the biggest in the world, but as said from earlier, she is a terrier. Like she's completely fearless.
Yeah, and she had her moment in the sun there. That try in the first half, wasn't it? It was great to see. Referee and linesman just having a bit of a word with each other.
Hopefully we'll see a few more tactical kicks like that now in the second half. The space is in behind.
You can hear that they're saying there, Carrie, don't offload, which is interesting because all we've chatted about is offloads.
Offloading, yeah.
Maybe I'm watching a different game. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they have, like, they're saying Carrie now, but they've definitely have offloaded.
Another quick tap and go here.
Foley. She's forwards either side, doesn't she? Looks to be Scally, is it?
They usually call that the seesaw, Stuart.
There you go. Learn something every day. Oh. Scally is that first receiver and does her job. It's moved out the backs. Foley just has to be careful there. Keane swivelled.
Good day, in fairness, by Suttonians getting off the line.
And
wow. Big moment.
And as soon as you say it, maybe just a wee bit lateral in attack.
Yeah. They're checking for their passes as well, and they're just they need to get around, quick realignment and quick hands, get square.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious what they were going to do, but brilliant tackling, as you say.
Can't see from here who it was, but they're really chopping low. They went a bit high in the first half, Suttonians, on their tackles.
Stephen Costello will be a happy man, won't he, so far?
He will indeed. Yeah.
Made the jump from Malahide under 20s and seems to be doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he has, and also working on the ground as community rugby officer for Leinster Rugby, so heavily invested in all grassroots levels, I suppose. But I would have worked with him myself, actually, a good friend and good person. overall. Nice to see him doing well.
Interesting. A penalty in their own 22 and they tap and go.
They're not trusting their line out, are they? You know, maybe it's not firing.
Well, they're getting a bit of forward here, but they just need to be careful. They're still in their own 22. Aisling Lade comes round the corner. Mary Healy. There's about 3 blue jerseys on at that time, I think.
3.
Is the kick going to come? Not that time.
Oh.
Grania Tuman just happy to truck it up the second row. Slow ball.
They're just playing a lot of rugby in their own 22, aren't they? Well, they're just outside there now, but you want to be careful, Suttonians.
Been really impressed with Farrell McCabe, actually. Either side, she's distributing really well.
Yeah. Normally a 9, normally a 15, now in the 10 shirt.
As that turnover come, there's a big battle on the floor. I think they've got turned over there and it's going to be a scrum. Quickly done there from McKeown. But they're going back, but she's done well. And as is Mary Healy. Ball just seems to hit the floor. And all the pressure is from Galwegians.
Yeah, they're really looking for this ball, aren't they? They know there's just a score in it. They need to win possession.
They're hungry for it, aren't they?
Mm.
And there's the turnover.
There it is.
Like a thief in the night there. Faye, well brought down there. Half her size, but a big, big tackle.
Yeah, just patience
Can't
now.
take. She's carried well, she has. And they have the penalty. Scally.
Oh, she's gone.
She wants to go. Picking up the tempo. Gets the offload away. Suttonians really on the back foot here. As they move it quickly. There's the dummy and go.
Emma Keane again.
Yeah.
Ball.
Right in that gain line. Foley goes this way. Back inside. Ball keeping it live. Great to see. Even in that tackle, they get it away.
Great defence by Suttonians. Up on feet.
Scally, just one more pass. Must be close now. Just need to be smart.
Through the ruck.
And they are indeed smart. Straight through the middle.
Straight through the ruck.
And they're right back in this game, aren't they?
Game on. Just need to convert this and we're 19 apiece.
What a big score at a crucial time.
That's what we were just talking about. Like, you don't want to be playing too much rugby inside your own 22. Quick turnover. Few phases and now they're under the post.
Here's Keane. Can she make it a level game? She can indeed.
Oh. They took a while to put the flags up there.
They did.
I was getting nervous.
They were encouraged, I think, by our teammates there. They had no choice,
I
the
know.
linesmen. They wouldn't be getting out of here.
Oh, God.
So all evens.
That's more like it now. And you can hear from the crowd as well. Everybody's excited here, aren't they? What a score. Just looking for the ball again.
It's almost as if Suttonians have just tired, actually. But you said it, they had a chance to clear their lines and they tapped and went. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Lauren just, put the ball to boot and get it out of there. Loads of energy from the Suttonians bench over there, isn't there?
Yeah, they want to get back in front. They know they've had a bit of a stop-start to the second half.
Yeah.
Just getting their line out call right. Shorten the line out. See what they can do. As the forwards join it now. Go to the front. Well done. Here's McKeown challenging the line. This time, he does get it away. Great strength, isn't it?
Great carry by Lauren Farrell McCabe there. Oh.
But there you go. You can hear.
So unfortunate.
You can hear the cheers for Galwegians.
I just wonder, was it on? Like, could Mary just carry it there and just, build the phases?
But fair play to Galwegians there. They've hung in and they're forcing the errors. They really, really are. Even there, I know that may be coming from Suttonians in that instance, but just in general in this second half, they've fronted up really well and made their first hits.
Yeah. And they really want it. Don't they? Body language, everything here tonight.
They want to beat them twice this season, they really do.
Mm-hmm.
Wiley. Keane, nice and flat. Here she goes. The ball spilled. And is this the chance Suttonians want?
Catherine Martin on the ball there.
Neat back inside play. McKeown just digging for it. Farrell McCabe. Mary Healy, but that time she stripped. Not many do that to Mary Healy, do they?
No, she was a bit upright there now in her carry. She wouldn't be happy with that.
But they do have the penalty.
Yeah.
Galwegians ill discipline at the moment.
Looks like they're going to go for a tap and go again. Use those two forwards. Or use the two forward pods.
Could be an exciting finish here.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
What did I say? Galwegians by 2?
Never doubted you, never doubted you.
We have Ina Butler enter the field there. She's come into the back line.
So we're back underway. Line of blue shirts. Just making sure they're making their tackles. Healy out the back. Nice feet. Farrell McCabe. That is lovely rugby. Martin back inside. There's Healy. They're flying off her. But just unfortunate. Maybe in the side or off their feet. And there's the penalty and the extra 10. Mary Healy wasn't happy.
Not happy at all.
But Lisa Mary Murphy, she only knows one way. Saying that, she was putting her backside there, wasn't she? Big tackles.
Big tackle by, it was Kira and Mary there. You could see the aggression and the intent to drive Lisa Marie, and she's not a small girl, Lisa.
There's a bit of fight here from both teams, aren't there?
It's dogged, isn't it? Ina Butler just on the field, been called over there.
Yeah, straight in the action.
Straight in.
She's on the bench a second ago now. She's having a word with the referee.
So unlucky there now.
Unlucky. Yellow card.
Could that be the difference?
So down to 14. And Mary Healy is on a rampage. McKeown has more forwards outside her. They do well there. I thought it was going to go forward. Yeah. Still back. Farrell McCabe dancing.
Catherine Martin there. Great footwork.
There's the turnover. Tournament second row working hard, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Great leg drive there. Get the extra
McKeown.
meters. Oh.
She fancies a second, and away she goes. No one's going to stop her. You can't give her a chance or she'll do that. That is brilliant from the scrum half.
Celebrations down there. Couldn't have happened to a better person either. What we mentioned her at the beginning of the game. Sniping around those fringes. Just, you cannot be sleeping.
She'd keep you on your edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing coming there.
No.
Just spotted a pillar out of place and away she went.
Gone.
Onto the sticks.
No one stopping her. No one is stopping her.
And they're back in front, and as you
Yeah.
said, the celebrations, the scenes,
Oh,
the home side absolutely love it, don't they?
I think Emily was tackled in her own dead ball area there.
Martin wallops it over. Back to 26-19 now. Big kick as well.
Big kick, and there was a bit of feistiness in that kick, wasn't there? Just to make sure. Send them home. 26-19, it's so close here. Galwegians just need to win the ball back and just retain possession. They're also down a player as well, like
You see, that could have cost them there at that breakdown,
that
you know.
penalty, yeah.
And then just when they were short in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
McKeown, away she went.
Great
Good.
tackle by Orla.
Yeah. She's been great, she really has.
She has, yeah. She
This-
tackles hard, she runs hard, ball in hand. They just got to
No.
be careful here, haven't they? Suttonians.
Aisling Lade has worked hard as well,
She has.
especially in the second half. She's got more and more involved, and there's Mary.
Yeah.
That is brilliant, Mary Healy. Really is.
I want to know what she had for breakfast. That girl has been on every ball nearly tonight.
They've really got their tails up, haven't they?
Mm.
They fancy a fifth try.
Oh. Um,
They won't get one, but they'll get the win.
big win. Great way to finish.
What an evening in the end. Topsy-turvy.
Fantastic.
McKeown really... Her and Mary Healy were the two standouts, weren't they?
Standout, yeah. From Galwegians as well, there definitely was big moments for them and big players that stood up. I really liked Fiona Scally there in the second row, and Lisa Marie Murphy was everywhere. And I've got to say it, Orla Dixon, you know, she's hardy. But yeah, from Suttonians, for me, player of the match, Mary Healy.
But it was great to see Galwegians starting so strong, then Suttonians come back into it. Galwegians fighting back to get back on level terms.
Yeah.
And then McKeown with Suttonians, the winner, late on.
So yeah, they were just that pillar post, just caught off guard. And as I said, she's electric around those fringes. There's no stopping Emily McKeown. And especially, you know, for not really playing at 9, just to have that game sense and awareness to just go for it. Snipe was on.
Well, Larissa, it's been absolutely brilliant, and what a game we have witnessed here. But it's the home side, Suttonians, the run-out winners against Galwegians, 26 points to 19. Thank you for joining us.